Hi folks, JP here from the podcast. Just to let you all know that the podcast is sponsored by AB Entertainment, and the AB stands for Mr. Alec Beveridge. It's a DJ and entertainment business. Alex is on Facebook and Instagram, and you can hit him up through the WhatsApp for any bookings on 07845 746 092. And also folks, the podcast has taken on a new partner, and we're partnered by MCM Framing Services and Hoops Memorabilia. If you want any jerseys, or if you've got any memorabilia sitting around you want framed or anything looked after that way, contact John Mullaney, and you can get him at johnmullaney0971@gmail.com, or contact him on his mobile 07835 072 582. And here at the Unrestricted View, we hope you're all enjoying the content, and if you are, please like and subscribe. It's free to do so, and also share amongst your Celtic family as well. Hail, hail from all of us. Good evening and welcome back to the Celtic Unrestricted View. It's myself, JP, and joining me tonight on this Monday dial-in, talk to Tim's, my good man, Mr. Ryan Clifford. Good evening, Ryan. How are you in this fine Monday evening, sir?
Good evening, JP. We back in the man flu, but we'll be okay, mate. We'll be okay.
All right, we'll get there.
I'm all good, mate. Good victory, obviously, the weekend there. So another positive Monday for us. No, we've had not many positive Mondays in the last few years at Celtic, but all in all, hope you're well, mate. Had a good weekend with the family, and everybody else is watching. Hope you had a good Monday as well.
Yeah, it's been a quite a quick weekend for me, mate. Like I say, when you're on the go constantly, you get kids and stuff, time flies in, mate, as you know. Good evening, everybody that's joining us. I hope you're all well. Hope everyone's had a great weekend. As Ryan says, a great victory for Hoops yesterday. That's us through to the quarterfinals of the League Cup now. It's a stage further than what we got last year, so we'll come to all that nice and juicy stuff. Couple of comments coming in early doors, and Jem, evening, JP, Ryan, everyone else that's tuning in. Podcast sponsor, Mr. John Mullaney. Good evening, lads. Jerry Burns joining us also. Says evening, everyone. Nick Conley joining us. Said evening, lads. Celt 88 is joining us. He said there's Ryan back for the 40 degrees weather. Looking whiter than when he left. Got a face like a bowl of icicles, isn't he?
Celt 88, if you want to see the half 10 show, you'll see how white I'm at.
Aye, come along at 10:30, you'll see his white bits. You've heard it here first. Chris Murray joining us also. He said, evening, boys. Hope we're all well. Everyone else in the chat as well. Well, as I said, good evening to you all. Hope everybody is well and you have all had a lovely weekend. As Ryan says, it was a very, very great result for us again yesterday. Some really good football. This week, we've got a bit of good news. Obviously, I'm going to open up in the chat. I'm going to put the link in the chat very, very soon. Some of you fans that want to have a wee chat with myself and Ryan, feel free to join in and give us your thoughts on Celtic as you're up and coming. But Ryan, before I do that, mate, as you said, great result yesterday, and another fantastic performance, mate.
Yeah, first half was really good. First half an hour actually was pretty good. Again, front foot. It's kind of just went on for pre-season. Guys are made up front. Thought he was relentless again. He gives you something that we've not got. And other strikers, i.e. Ida, Kyogo, even some of the wingers, that intense play we've got, it's hard to find. You can't coach that. Like we've said before, that's just something that it's in you as a player to demand it for yourself. And he's frightening, Jai. It might not be the best ever technical player we've had or the biggest name we've had, but in terms of what he puts on the park, it's frightening, mate. And not a lot of teams have got that, especially at our level in Scotland or the level that we're trying to get to. Even Europe, some of the teams have not got a guy like that. So I thought he was a standout as well. His work rate was good, but overall, mate, it was maybe the goal conceding, no keeping a clean sheet was poor, but I think the actual header was. Casper couldn't get anywhere near it. Let's be fair, we should have probably defended the goal better, but overall, you can't even want the goalkeeper because it was a fantastic header. Whether the guy meant it or no, there's no chance Casper's getting it. And it was really the only chance Hibs really had, clear cut, really, that I can remember. Maybe the odd chance, but there was nothing really there that Hibs really posed a threat. The same as last week, they had the odd chance in the second half, but didn't really cause any bother. I know in the second half, if we took better chances, it's a bit more comfortable in the second half. But all in all, mate, in the last two games against Hibs, that's maybe a new team, a wee bit of a manager bounce, a wee bit of a kind of a pre-season, and I don't see it yet with David Gray and Hibs, but it's an early doors. But let's be fair, they've faced us twice, mate, and you're not really the team in Scotland right now to play against because we've got a bit of momentum there now. So overall, mate, good performance. Ideally, I'd want us to know maybe. Again, it's maybe in the last season. It's maybe the only critical part I can say is I don't want us to stop. Don't stop. Keep going. Don't go time 3, 4, 5. I think sometimes maybe it just happens because you've started the game so well. You drift away the game a wee bit and you kind of let them get back in it. But overall, mate, it was a good performance. And like you said at the start of the show there, I placed further than last season, and that's always a positive, mate. So all in all, great victory and into the next hat of the next round.
Yeah, mate, I was really impressed. Again, great tempo, especially first half. You know, we start with that explosive tempo, and we got after them straight away. Ryan, I don't know about you, mate, but from pre-season to now, this has been like a continuation of our energy levels and the way we're going about our business, the way we're going and attacking teams. Because they've just got something about them now, man. They just really have. They, you know, they have got the bit between their teeth. For me, I've said it numerous of times to you lads, even off of here. You know, we're a year in now with Brendan. These lads are all they've all kind of got to know him. They're understanding the way that he wants to play. And you can see that now in the performance levels. You know, guys like Nicholas KUHN starting to get up to speed. You mentioned that he's flying now. You know, he's starting to show his true quality. I think he's unbelievable with the ball, Ryan. I really do. He just glides by people for fun. And he looks like he's, you know, enjoying his football. You know, not only him. You've got James Forrest again. He's found a new lease of life under Brendan. Brendan's just got this knack, Ryan, of being able to press the right buttons in people, mate, to get them to do what he wants them to do. And like I say, it's from pre-season to now. It's just a continuation on, and that's what we are now seeing the benefits of, mate.
It has been a continuous from pre-season. Nicholas KUHN, a lot of, not really the fans, but a lot of the media kind of wrote him off early doors. I know the fans have had their maybe frustrations, but you find out obviously off of Brendan that he has some issues during the season with his teeth, and I think he's back as well. So he's had excuses for not performing. The media have basically wrote him off. I can't remember exactly what the headlines were, but there was a few media articles basically saying that it was a waste of money and this and that. And you can't say that, no matter who you are. if it was Jota, KUHN, whoever it is, you can't say after 6 months when the guy's hard kicked the ball that he's a failure or a flop or he's not worth the money. You need to give guys time. If once you get a run of games, similar to the Novsky, Lagerbielke, all these guys, see once they play maybe 7 or 8, 9 games and then they've not performed, then I can go, right, they played 7, 8 in a row here, they're no up to it. But if you're only playing 1 or 2 stop-start, that's maybe due to injuries, and you can't always say it's down to them not being good players. So Nicholas KUHN looks a £3.5 million player now. He looks a sort of guy that he looks an old-fashioned type of winger. He likes to take guys on. He's quick. He likes a wee trick as well. But the thing is, what I've noticed is he knows when to do it and he knows when to cut back. I think you get some wingers that try too hard and then they maybe run the ball out the park, or maybe similar to Yang. I know when Yang came on, he done well, but his end product for me is not good enough yet, and I think he's got to learn that if he wants to play with us, because it's all right, you can pass people and run down the line, but if you're not getting an end product as a wing at Celtic, you've got no chance, because then it's unfair on Kyogo and Maeda. They're not getting the ball, so they're going to get frustrated if you're not putting the ball at them. So we've seen that last year with Kyogo, when the wingers wanted to put the ball in, he was getting frustrated, and you can see that. So I think Nicholas KUHN was very good, mate. He was good last week as well. He was good in pre-season, and he seems to be working well with Johnson as well, which is good. And you played yourself, mate. Well, you've got an understanding the guy next to you, the guy behind you, who you're playing next to, it makes your game a lot easier, because you can then maybe know he's going to pass the ball, or he's going to do this, so you can understand it. Similar to with Hatate, when he plays, Maeda and Kyogo are totally different players, because they know when they're going to get the ball off, and they know when he's going to run, they know when he's going to pass. It's that just telepathic type of partnership, and the more that happens, it's going to be scary for us, Scottish football.
100%. Guys, I'm going to put the link in the chat if anybody wants to come on and have a chat with us. Now, like I've said previously, it's your option whether you want to be on camera or not. You can come on through audio and anything else. But what I will say before I do this, if you swear, if you use bad language, if there's any digs at me and Ryan, if there's any personal digs, if there's any bigoted slurs or sectarian, any chance at all from you, you will be removed instantaneously, straight away. And you will be blocked from being able to comment again in the chat, okay? So I'm going to put the link in the chat. If anybody wants to come on and have a chat with us, you can do. We'll accept one caller just now, because we do have a caller lined up for 9 o'clock. So we'll accept one call just now. What I will also say is, if you've got any other devices on in the background, if you're trying to watch us, you'll need to mute. If it's a TV, a phone, a tablet, an iPad, a laptop, whatever it is, you will need to mute that whilst you're chatting to us. Otherwise, it will cause interference. Okay? So I'll stick a link in the chat. And again, you can feel free to have a chat with us. Preferably someone we've not had a chat to as yet. That would be nice. If it's... But again, just depends if, whoever's brave enough to come on and have a chat with me and Ryan, if you want to do it. Plenty of comments going on in the chat, so feel free to click a link below, okay? And as I said, we'll take one call just now. Yeah, Ryan, I don't know about you, mate, but I just feel that, the team's... Casper Schmeichel helps us as well, mate, because he makes us a yard or two sharper. And the way things are, you look at Scales, it was 1 and 2 touch yesterday, boom, the ball was away. So Carter Vickers again. I just thought, she being there and seeing it up close again, mate, everything's just that bit quicker. It's as if it's been instructed to them. And it's really good to see, because see when it happens, Ryan, you're dragging Martin Boyle out of position. You're dragging the big boy. I know he ended up scoring the header. I can't remember his name. Is it Kulavecic or Kulepcic? The big boy scored their goal. I do apologise if I've got that wrong. So, yeah, as I say, but you're looking there and you're seeing it all happening round about you, and everything's all a yard, 2 yards sharper. again, the goalkeeper helps with that, Ryan, because he's so good with the ball at his feet, mate, and everything's kind of sped up. We've got a caller waiting just now, but we'll obviously, I'll let you in on that, Ryan, and then we'll bring the caller in.
I think they've obviously got the message for last season that the first half and majority of the season, in terms of the way they were playing, wasn't up to the manager's standards. Maybe wasn't up to your standards as well. Maybe because we've been a wee bit. I don't want to say spoiled, but we've been used to seeing a certain brand of football, and then when you don't see it, it's a bit, this isn't what we're used to. And then when you start getting into the season, you're thinking, right, it's took to maybe this, what's going to be like for next season. Now you can definitely see it. As soon as KUHN gets the ball, he's driving. As soon as McGregor, by the way, I thought Cal McGregor was absolutely outstanding yesterday.
Yeah.
He was everywhere. I've said to you, JP, I don't mind guys getting the ball away. I don't mind them trying things. I don't mind it. When they go and chase the ball back and they go and hunt things down, they try and tackle, they try and get back in position. I don't mind it then. I mind it when they just get the ball away silliness, or it's a really, really bad mistake and then they don't go and try and get it back, or they're just lazy. That's what I don't like. But I don't mind guys like Hatate getting the ball away, or McGregor, because they're trying things and then they'll try and get it back.
Yeah.
And I thought McGregor was everywhere. Yeah, there was one in the second half. He lost the ball and he went and tackled the guy and he started an attack with it. That's that mentality to lose the ball, go and get it again, receive a pass and then go again.
Yeah.
It's frightening, and there's only a certain level of people that get to that level to play with Celtic. Other guys will do it, like PSG, whoever did, all the guys. But that's why you get to that level. There's guys that maybe Celtic, maybe home, maybe other guys that maybe not play, not because they're good enough, but maybe
Yeah.
certain things, characteristics in the mentality to play at this level full time, like McGregor, Hatate, O'Reilly, but I thought Hatate was good as well. It just shows you, me and you spoke to other guys and they're saying McGregor wasn't good, Hatate was good. It just shows you how we all see the game differently. But for me, McGregor was outstanding, mate. And but overall, you can see the message that the manager's trying to put across, and so far so good, mate, in the season.
Yeah, 100%. Right, we're going to get my caller in now, see what kind of points we've got coming. So, my first caller tonight is, be surprised for us, is our podcast partner and the man that's in charge of MCM Framing Services and Hoops Memorabilia. That is the one and only Mr. John Mullaney. Good evening, John.
You caught me off guard there. That was a fly move there. I'm in there trying to find a charger in my bedroom.
So, man, that's all you're doing.
How you doing?
All you're doing in your bedroom.
Oh, well, honestly, the missus is knackered because she had to pull the drawers out. I'm only kidding. How you doing anyway, lads? All right?
Yeah, I'm good,
not
man.
bad.
How are you, mate?
Oh, fantastic. After watching that, that whole team's totally took on board what Brendan's been preaching, isn't he? You just look at him. And the way they played there, obviously I sat in the house and watched it. And I swear to God, see, watch it from start to finish. It was delightful to watch. But what I'm starting to get a wee bit worried now that Leicester and obviously Brighton have made a £28 million bid for O'Reilly, well, allegedly. But Leicester are sniffing about Rio Hatate. Well, are we going to have time to bring in other players to replace these guys?
Well, John, first and foremost, I saw the link today with Leicester, mate. My early thoughts here, mate, is it's going to be very highly unlikely that both of them go, mate. There is no way Celtic are going to let Matt O'Reilly and Rio Hatate go. If you look back at Brendan's interviews, the chat has been all along Matt O'Reilly would probably move on. Ryan, you probably echo that yourself. For me, personally, there is no way Rio, it doesn't matter the amount of money that comes in now, Celtic won't let Matt O'Reilly and Rio Hatate move on between now and the end of this window. That's not to say that Rio Hatate might not move on in January, but there's no way, not with the Champions League's just around the corner. We're about a week away from knowing the draw for that. So a week, maybe 10 days from the draw. So there's no way. Ryan, I'll let you in on that. For me, there's just no way. I can't. I just, in the history of watching football, I don't see there's a way that happening, mate.
But Celtic are the... Oh, sorry. On you go, Ryan. Sorry. No, but I think Celtic are notorious for doing the most obscure things at the most wrong time. And I'm worried in case they go, all right, yeah, we're going to get a few quid off Leicester for Rio. And where does that leave us in the midfield? I'm panicking about that. All right, we'll go Bernardo in.
I don't think he'll go anywhere, John, because the Leicester have just spent £20 million on Oliver Skip, who plays in his position. So I just can't see that again. Listen, it might just be a rumour to maybe unsettle Celtic. I don't know. I know there was links earlier on the window with Hatate, but I know the board or the hierarchy might have done silly things in the past, John, or silly deals, but there's not a chance they'll sell Reto because they know what will come for it. The Sharks will be out. I'm telling you that. There's no chance they'll sell Reto. It's not happening. They might sell
I just
one.
can't see it.
It might be. I think Matt O'Reilly. It's just down to him. It'll be down to obviously the bid for Brighton. If they feel the Matt O'Reilly's worth 28, 27, whatever it is Celtic set to stall it, then Celtic will probably accept it, and it's down to Matt and his agent and the clubs to talk. 9 times out of 10, he's probably going to go, but he might go down there and go, well, I need to weigh things up. I'm not European football, Champions League football. I'm not going to get the 4 big derbies. I know he might play against Man City and Arsenal, but he's not going to win.
Well, that's the thing, isn't it?
Ryan, he's not going to be looking at that, mate. Trust me.
No, I'm just thinking
he's going to be looking at his display balance when he goes to the bank and sees what's in it.
You better believe it. Wearing these golden underpants.
The financial aspect, right? Listen, that is a massive thing for Matt, right? Let's be fair, right? He could be offered 60, 70 grand a week, right? He's coming to Brighton to play against your Arsenals, your Man Cities. He might develop under the manager. Is it De Zerbi at Brighton? Is he still there?
No.
I'm still here, aye. All right, I thought you were talking about me.
No, De Zerbi's moved on. He's a Marseille manager now. It's a guy who used to be the St. Pauli manager. Is it the boy Herbert or whatever his name is?
Well, it's down to Matt. He might go down there and talk to him and go, it's no for me. I can't see it, but it's still no set in stone because we've seen it before. Guys have done to talk to teams and it's not happened. So ideally, I don't want to sell him, but if Celtic get the right price, Sean, then they've obviously got to sell him. Then hopefully, the biggest thing for me is, John, that as soon as Matt leaves, within a few days, there's somebody else in. We can't wait to the window just to see who's going to come in because we need to replace, ideally, a better quality.
We've only got 11 days. Only 11 days left, Brian, to replace him. Which,
John, see touching on touching on the team, the way the team's performing. What's impressing you the most as a Celtic fan?
See the different way. See the way they're moving the ball quicker. It's sharper. There's new. See that wee chip over the tap and everything else. That wasn't there last season. He started halfway, and then it gradually started making its way in. But you look at it now, and it's an everyday. Nicholas KUHN is an entirely different player. I know, man. That wee guy's doing well, man.
Yeah.
And see that fast press, shutting him down straight away. You do that to that rotten Wilbur Crossbar. Oh, they're in trouble, aren't they?
You do that to most teams, mate, in Scotland. I think they're in trouble because that's no other team can live with Celtic's counter press at all. They've displayed that. I mean, even Man City and Chelsea struggled with it in pre-season there. So you're looking at other teams, European teams, they'll open up, they'll try and play the way that we're playing. That, who knows, that might eat into our hands. We might get results at Celtic Park, we don't know. Brendan's talking.
I think we'll do well in Europe. I think we'll do well in Europe.
Brendan's talking to Callum McGrew at the end of the game there, John, and he's saying things like, we don't just want to be there, we want to be able to be competitive as well.
Compete, aye, of course. I think there's a treble on.
I think it's a bit early to be shouting stuff like that, but obviously, John, we'll need to.
Right, see before I go, right, yes. I've got a wee quick quiz for you. Right,
okay.
See, Brendan Rodgers played. Who did Brendan Rodgers play before his retirement at the early age of 20-year-old? Which teams did he play for? Before his retirement at the early age of 20.
Brendan Rodgers.
Ah,
He never played in the
which two
professional
teams?
game, did he?
Professional, I did. I'll leave it with you and the viewers.
All right.
Because I can hear the wife's coming out the lobby. I'm going to get done in a minute. She's after some chicken pakora.
No worries, John. No worries, mate.
Right. So
Right,
remember,
okay.
Brendan Rodgers. Right. Good night, lads.
Okay.
Right, John.
Right, John. Have
Bye-bye.
a good one, mate. Thank you very
Bye-bye.
much for calling in,
Bye-bye.
mate. Cheers. Never a dull
Was it-
moment with John, isn't there? No, brilliant,
it-
man. He keeps
was it-
the spirits
What
high.
team what team he retired at, or what player retired when he played him?
He played with I remember he played with Ballymena United. He retired earlier on. Something's telling me. I'm just trying to remember his book because there's something in his book about it. And I know it was around about 1996. Because I remember him talking about Euro 96. Oh, I'm trying to think of the team.
I've not got a clue.
Well, next
I've
call's
got a
doing in
clue.
a wee minute as well, but no, I'm actually trying to think of the team.
Don't Google it now.
What's that?
Don't Google it now.
Can't do that. Here we go.
No, I don't know, mate. I don't know. That's a good question, though.
Oh, something's. No, it's no.
Colin,
it's no. Colin, it's no Reading, mate. It's no Reading because he didn't make. He actually didn't make an appearance with Reading. He went to Reading, but for some reason I don't know what happened. Something I remember that. I remember he never made an actual appearance for Reading, but he was with them.
I've not got a clue about this, so I'm out this one.
No, hold on. He played in the Isle of Wight, I know, and I can't remember the name of the team.
You know more than me, mate. I've not.
No, I read it, but obviously I've got his book, so I remember. He played in the Isle of Wight, and I can't remember the name of the team he played with. It's doing my head on.
I'll need to Google it after this.
Newport. He played with Newport in the Isle of Wight, but I don't think that was his last team. Newport. Aye. So I don't know. As I said, it's kind of one of the ones. It's. Am I right, John? Hey, I'm right. Get in there. Get in there. Get in there. There we go. There we go. Thanks, John. Thank you very much. Oh, plunge, what I guess that is, man. The Isle of Wight FC. No, definitely no, mate.
Don't
Definitely
exist,
no them.
Rovers.
I don't exist, Rovers. I'm the Red FC.
Where did they play it in the green?
I done the green, just done the green. Yeah, you get beat last week. You just get beat. I can't remember. But aye. So Isle of Newport, Isle of Wight. That was it. But no, Ryan, but John was saying there obviously about the team and how the team are playing. For me, the wee chip, vividly what I remember is KUHN starting that. That was his wee trademark, you know, early tap, looking for Kyogo. You look at that pass against Man City, man, on outside his boot, right onto Kyogo, and then Kyogo repaid the favour. The first league game of the season, flag day, run a corner, zip, right out to the wing. But John is spot on, mate. I'm watching the wee man up close in person, mate. He just glides by people. I've no saw since we had Jota the first season on loan. I don't think I've ever saw somebody just totally eliminate the fullback the way KUHN can do it. The guy doesn't know if he's gone that way or that way. And he just totally, if he drops a shoulder, he's gone. Because he's got that speed, pace and power to get by you. Again, a couple of times yesterday, he was swinging things with his right. That's coming. You can see he's developing that on. Everything's on his left-hand side, of course. However, that would you call it, that, you know, that swing in with the right hand side, that's coming. You can see it coming. I don't know what you think about that, but for me, mate, KUHN just evades people, and he does it brilliantly.
He's good at what he started to do now, JP. You can definitely see that he's built his he does look like a confidence player. Again, I don't know Nicholas, I don't know Brendan, so I don't know what to do behind the scenes. But I'm going to have a wee stab in the dark to say that he's maybe one of the players that likes an arm with his shoulder. Like, you're the best player in the world, you're this, you're that. It doesn't seem the sort of guy that I think would react to a ball. It just seems the sort of guy that if you sit him down and go, Nicholas, you're this, you're that, you're this, you do this, and you'll be this. He seems that sort of guy that kind of takes it in and then he'll flourish. For me, you're talking about a guy who can do that type of thing. For me, I'll always go back to Scott Sinclair. When he came in that first season, for me, even Jota, I actually thought Sinclair and what he done was better. And when Jota first man, because some of the stuff Sinclair done it, I think it was because we weren't used to maybe a bit of that quality in a while. And he came in, you're thinking, wow, powerful, strong, pacey, everything, a touch, finish. And obviously, we all know the last bit of his career wasn't maybe what Scott wanted. But for me, I'll always go back to Scott Sinclair. In terms of impact, it's probably the best impact signing I've seen in a long time. As soon as he came in, he hit the ground running. And Nicholas is, maybe if Nicholas came in last season, at pre-season, who knows if Nicholas could have carried this on for now. For last season, it could have a totally different team for Celtic last year. But there's no doubt, mate, that he's starting taking a maybe repay some of the money we'll pay for him. And hopefully we can get a good season out of him as well, because it seems like him and AJ, I've got a good understanding as well. So, and Arthur Johnson, I thought was very good as well yesterday.
Frightening.
He's starting to be.
He looks a better player now, right?
He's starting to be what I used to be like with Andy Hinkle. I just used to expect to have Hinkle every week, 7, 8 out of 10, done the job, and just Haven does what he's got to do, and he's back on the Monday.
Say
Does the same
Mokemara there.
Aye.
Thought you were going to say Mokemara there.
Aye.
But hold that thought, because our next caller's in the box, so we'll need to go to him, man. Ladies and gents, it's Robbie. Good evening, Robbie. How are you, mate?
Hi, Jeff. Hey, hi, Ryan. How are you, man?
Evening, mate. Not bad. How are you?
Not bad, mate. How are you?
Good, man. Good. Another good result at the weekend, and as the box tick now with Hibs. I think it'll be a bigger challenge this Sunday with St. Mirren. St. Mirren have had a rough enough start. They bet Hibs. They bet Hibs as well 2-3, didn't they, at the start? They've had a run. They've had a bad run in Europe with was it Brann and Aberdeen as well. Dundee in the cup then at the weekend. So I think we're going to have a tough enough game Sunday. So let's look as far as there for the time being. You've already touched on it, and John has as well with KUHN. Like even the jury was out. Like we're all quick to judge players, but even at the end of last year, we were like, he has to make a big start, and he's done exactly that. Was it 2 and 2 or 3 and 3, and his assists as well. Like so, he's been the revelation so far this year. So long may it continue. Great. Maeda was brilliant on Sunday. That kind of worries me because I can't see us going back in now for a third striker, and I
don't think we need one, Robbie.
We do need a third striker.
You think so? You think so?
Yeah, we do. 100%. We need a third striker. JP, you're too easy. Like no. We need another striker. So we do.
I'm only having a laugh, man. I'm only yanking you. I'm only yanking your chain, mate. I'm only yanking your chain.
I know. And I can't. Do you know what? I think it's the least of our worries now because I still think and I think domestically we're ticking the boxes, but like to put up a good showing, I think a left back, and I keep saying it. Like I think the money needs to be spent on a centre half. As I said, domestically we're grand, but if we're going to put up a decent showing in Europe, and I mean, like I don't want us going out there getting pumped if we get a tough draw, and I think a higher caliber of a centre half is needed. But like other than that, like as I said, domestically we're doing it, and it's just I want to have them 2 or 3 players. I really do hope we bring them in. As I said, that's just just to put up that level for Europe. Simple as that, you know.
Yeah,
So-
listen, I understand your thoughts, mate, and I can totally get it. In terms of the striker, man, I'm only having a joke. I think Brendan made a joke about it yesterday as well, saying that's twice I've played Dyson in centre forward. Once at Yokohama, once yesterday, and he scored 5 goals in 2 games.
Yeah.
To be fair, I mean, he does play centre forward for Japan. When we signed Dyson Maeda, we signed him as a recognised centre forward. His debut was against Hibs, and he scored that night as well through the middle, if we remember. So he's transitioned to the left-hand side. And I know he said now previously in a couple of different interviews now, one in Japan and one here, that his preferred position is out on the left. To be fair, lads, I don't know about any of these. Ryan, I'll let you in on this in a minute, mate. I just think with Dyson's speed, I really don't think it matters where he plays in the field, mate. He's got to be a massive weapon for Celtic. There is nobody. Maybe Nicholas KUHN. You watched that yesterday when he picked the ball up in his own half and started driving, and it took the boy Mariah Wells to take him out the game, and it was an early booking as well. It was like the second minute of the game yesterday. KUHN had ran nearly the line for the field. He's got a ton of speed as well, but I'm talking about blistering pace that would put the fear of God in you. There was a couple of times Big Bashiri was trying to, he was giving it all that and elbowing him and trying to hit him, not realising where he was. And you look at the 2 goals, especially the second goal, he just keeps on running and he gets a toe, knocks it by the goalie. But for me, Ryan, I do think what Robbie's saying is correct. I do think that is one of the positions that Brendan wants to address. As we sit here now, lads, I'm not naive enough. I know how football works. They're probably in the midst of addressing those situations as we speak. Whether something materialises from them is another thing. That'll obviously, we've got time between now and the end of the window for that to happen. Who knows? We might have something actually been happening just now while we're here chatting. We don't know. But it is a position we do need. I do echo Robbie there, Ryan. I do think we need another centre back. For me, it's not a priority just now. I would say the left back, Greg Taylor desperately needs cover because I have the fear of God. If something happens to Greg Taylor right now, we do not have cover. And right now, for me, he's one of the most important players in our team for his passing ability alone, more than anything. You look at his through balls yesterday. Once or twice he put Jamesy down the line over the top and the big Australian boy Miller. And then he played in Dyson again with that through the line pass and the blind side of Miller again to beat that sort of run as well. So for me, Greg Taylor, he needs help. He can't play every single game himself. And he needs a wee bit of help. And that's, for me, that's a priority position now for us as we go. Ryan?
For me, the left back, centre backs should be the 2 priorities for the rest of the window. Again, I'm not want to sit here and I thought Williams Kales was okay most of the game. There was 1 or 2 things he'd done. I don't know what he was playing at one in the middle of the park. He tried to hit the ball and about his player. And it's simple mistakes like that. You do it against a better team, you're getting punished, and i.e. better teams in Europe. And I don't want to keep talking about it because people are going to think I've got an agenda or I'm this and that. I just want the best for the club, and he's okay domestically. But even if that's, I know he might not be the best of players. If it's maybe somebody like Dessers or somebody who's a bit better than the boy who plays with Hibs, they can maybe nip in and get that. So for me, the European side, I agree with you totally wholeheartedly, Robbie. The left back situation and the centre back, because most of the game, Hibs targeted that. That was the thing they targeted the full game, and I've said it every single week. It's a week. I don't want to say weak as in for bad players. It's just where every team targets, and there's a reason why they do it, because they feel that's where they can get Celtic at the worst. And Greg Taylor was brilliant, JP, I must admit. Last 3 games, last 3 games, he's been superb. If he plays like Europe, by the way, I'll hold my hands up and go, fair play, Greg. Listen, maybe we just need cover for you.
His technical ability is off the scale, man.
But really I think all in all, I think if what Robbie's saying as well, and the manager did mention it, a different level of player to help us in Europe. For me, I'm not going to take the manager's words, what he says, because he's not telling us exactly what he's saying. But for me, it's definitely help for Taylor and the centre back, because do we really think Stephen Welsh is the man to come in and help? No, the Ross is injury prone. Lagerberg was out the door. There's nobody else really to come in and play with Vickers. And for me, Vickers is, I thought yesterday was brilliant, man. He's just so strong, and he's like, here you see you later. And we need somebody like that. It might cost you money, but to improve as a club, that's what you need to do. If you're selling Mattarella for maybe nearly 30 million, there's no excuse to no spend £6-7 million centre back, or somebody of that ilk. So, no, I think everything Robbie you've said is bang on, mate, especially a first striker as well. Be that if it's a loan deal or a young project, whatever, we need somebody to come in and cover, just in case, because we Kyogo, we don't know when he's sure going to pop at any time. And for me, that's a major concern. For me, I know he's no one to get that surgery, it's down to him. But surely somebody in the club or somebody in his family is going to have a word with him. Listen, this could be getting worse for you the more you don't get surgery. If it's only for a month, date it pre-season, or if the league's finished, right, you man, see you later. Go away for 6-7 weeks. Go do what you need today. But that's down to him in the club, and he knows his body better than me, mate. But yeah, I think what you said, they're always bang on, mate. And I'd like to think for the next 11 days or so that we can get what the manager wants and add that wee bit of quality to this team. For me, if you add that quality to this team, just think what the manager can do with this team. We've seen what he's done. I don't want to say limited resources, but what he's been given so far has been okay-ish. Imagine we could give him with a real bit of quality, i.e. maybe Nicholas KUHN, somebody like that. Then I think you can see Celtic being kind of going stronger and stronger.
Robbie, what's your thoughts on the Matt O'Reilly situation? If obviously Matt's going to, if he's going to move on, and are you quite comfortable with that? Or are you panic stations?
It's not like, again, like I don't know. It looks to be inevitable. It's going to happen before the 30th. You know, like you're thinking, you're trying not to think about it in a bad way, because I don't know. We're going to have like I'm sure Rodgers is. You know, he's streetwise. You're hoping that he has 2 to 3 in line to make a move straight away, because he knows like you're going to have a backlash on with the fans and everything. We don't have something of the same quality and better coming in, and as I said, it's easier said than done. It's like that. What I do for another copy of Vickers, their centre half. Imagine the two of them would be just ideal, but like. It's just a time thing. Like it's my main concern now. These 11 days, like the longer the O'Reilly thing drags out, and if he does go, you'd like him to this thing to be done tomorrow, and we have the next week and a half then to try and sort that position out and get the cover,
you would like that done. Ideally, I mean, in an ideal world, we would love Matt O'Reilly. I agree with you, Robbie. I don't want this to become a thing and drag on right to the last days of the window. I'd prefer this to be wrapped up. If Brighton are going to take him, then fine, get the deal done, and we wish Matt all the best. We move on. For me personally, bigger players have left the club. We lost Henrik Larsson and the club moved on. So the club isn't going to just stand still because Matt O'Reilly, decides to move on to pastures new. Is it a big challenge for him? Absolutely, because he's going to a bigger pond. Brighton just went to Everton there and turned them over quite comfortably, 3-0. I'm not saying he's going to be challenging for trophies, but what he is challenging in is a very, very highly productive technical league with great football being played at nearly every ground you're going to. It's the best league in the world. So he's getting that recognition. Not only that, he's probably double, maybe even trebling his wage and what he's on just now. I know what Ryan's saying in terms of Europe and stuff like that. But again, Matt's probably a young, hungry player. Matt could probably see himself doing even better than Brighton. In my opinion, just now, I still think he's better than that. But it doesn't seem to be that any of the other bigger clubs are coming in for Matt just now.
Yeah.
I know he wants to get in the Danish team. It certainly will help his chances if he moves into that league and he starts to perform at a good level. But like I says, bigger players have left us, Robbie. And I think we need to move on. And if we're going to do that, lads, preferably sooner rather than later. But Robbie, I just want to touch on, obviously, before we let you go, mate, just want to touch on with yourself, mate. What's your overall thoughts on how things are going at the moment from pre-season and then now into the season beginning?
It's not, I think, like, Rodgers has worked at it. And America was a as it was brilliant. Like, he needed to come back in. He's laid the foundations as far as formation structure is there, and I really, really can't see us having that much of a problem domestically this year. And again, the other crowd at the other side of town, like, they're in all kinds of shapes at the moment, and whether that's coming on the positive side of us with the results, or are we gonna go that far ahead of them this year? Has the league got any better? Have Aberdeen got better? Have Hibs decreased? Like, I still don't know. Have other teams progressed this year? Like, we've got off to a brilliant start, so we have. I think domestically we're not going to have any problems. It's just I'm sick of seeing us get annihilated in Europe the last few years, and I hate even using that word, but that's what it has been. And as I said in the last day with you lads, like, it is Europe's it's a different kettle of fish, and like, we have a squad that I'm hoping will bring us positive results. I just want us to go out there and give a good show. No matter what the end result is, and whatever teams we get, once you're proud enough to go, yeah, we put in a good shift. The result went against us, but like, I don't want us going out there and being 3 down after a quarter of an hour, and and we just slating the players then for the following week. It's been a copy and paste like that for the last couple of years, as you know yourselves.
Well, Robbie, do you think over the last year or so, especially Europe last season, take away the Atletico Madrid result away from home, do you not think we weren't a million miles away from, maybe doing something there?
We'll try, but this is the thing. Like, we still didn't get the results. We still didn't get into, like, is the Europa League, that the drop down is gone after this year, it's gone this year.
Yeah, no, that's it. It's gone altogether. Yeah.
We still like, you can try and find positives, and there was, I suppose, in some results. But at the end of the day, it's a result-driven business, and we didn't get the results to finish third. So no, I didn't think it was. I didn't think that, other people will say, but we did. We played good football, and we were unlucky in this game and that game, but we still didn't get the results. We have to stop, like, using this thing. We need to look up. We need to position ourselves as a higher force in Europe, and we've been years out of the game like this. And I don't know. We just need to stop making excuses. We really need to start building, and this is why we need Rodgers there for the next couple of years. So hopefully he can build, and we can keep this eclipse of a squad together and just take it from there. But this is what I'm saying. I just want to see us progress in Europe this year, and I want to see them performances. This is why it's so crucial. The next 11 days is massive, and as I said, this Riley thing. If he's going to go, it needs to be finalised ASAP,
Yeah. Well, listen, Robbie, thanks very much, mate, for taking the time with us this fine Monday evening, mate. Have a good one, and we'll speak to you again soon, hopefully. Cheers, mate.
Robbie.
Bye-bye, mate.
Cheers, mate. Bye-bye.
Cheers to Robbie for the call. Ryan, I think that's what's so good about obviously doing this as well, because we get to know other people's point of view and, the way things look in the bigger scope from certain individuals. And I can get what Robbie's saying there, in terms of positions in the team and stuff like that as well. The European side of things is always going to be very difficult for me, mate, because the magnitude of what we're dealing with. Celtic aren't tested domestically the way they are when they get into Europe, so there's a massive quality jump there straight away. Now, what Celtic have been able to do, and I think it's an absolute blinder, we have managed to keep the continuity of our squad together. Like years gone by, we would sell players and have to replenish it and bring in other players. And again, you never ever felt quite settled when you're going back in again. So it's always like a new squad and a new team, try to develop, try to do this, try to do that. We've managed to keep them together. And our board were fantastic at that, because they've offered these guys a lot of new lucrative contracts, upped their wages and kept them and signed them up in bigger deals. So for me, that's important, right? Especially when you're going to try and challenge it. You thought about Champions League, mate. Champions League's the gap in the Grand Canyon away from Scottish football, mate. That I'm afraid that's what you're going in against. And any Celtic fan that just thinks that Celtic should be granted things going in there, for me, it's just it's no real. It's no reality. And that's why it's so difficult. You know, you look at, I've just seen Oliver Skip going to Leicester for 25 million quid. This is what I'm saying, you know, guys like that who aren't even, I don't know, he wouldn't even get in my team and chat manager. And I know you're laughing, Ryan, but this is what I'm saying. The money's incredible, mate. This is what you're dealing with when you're going up against these teams. These teams can spend way more money than you just on guys like that there. Now, I wouldn't even say he's one of the best players in England. And he's away for 25 million. You look at João Felix, he's just about to sign a 6-year contract with Chelsea. This is it. This is the scale of what you're going in against, mate. So I think there's a bit of, you know, there's a wee bit of reality in that. You need to know where you are in the food chain, first and foremost, to know what you're going in against. But like Robbie says, you know, yeah, but this is the idea of it. The way that Celtic are doing it, we don't have the money, I'm afraid, to go and buy it, to buy quality. This goes back to what Ronnie Delia says many moons ago. You have to develop it. You have to develop it and keep it. Try and keep it within your squad. The Celtic have been good at doing that over the last couple of years. They've kept the nucleus of this squad together. So for me, the experience between the squad is all there. And then obviously, like you says, Ryan, you try and add 1 or 2 bits of quality to put round some of the guys that are already there. And who knows what we can go in against. But I also think Kasper Schmeichel will be vital for that as well.
Aye, Castle, brilliant, mate. He's very good with the ball at his feet. Obviously, I was at the game myself, and again, Joe Hart was phenomenal, but Castle with the ball at his feet, it's a massive asset for you, especially when you want to try and make the play quicker. But I know the financial aspect in terms of us to other teams in Europe. It's massive. It is, and I'm only naive enough to know that we can't spend that amount of money.
Well, look at John's comment there, right? So he says, JP, the finances in EPL killed the transfer. It's just made the whole thing inflated. That's what's happened.
It's not just English market, John. It's everywhere spending money now, even
it's inflated.
It's not in Europe, it's Saudi Arabia and all eight countries. They're all spending loads of money. Look, Jota went to Saudi Arabia, so there's loads of things that impact the transfer market and stuff. And I know it's. I do think sometimes, but we do use it as an excuse sometimes. They spent all this money, they spent money, but we all know that. But you've got to try and find a way around that. It means if it means you be a bit braver, if it means develop, like you said, develop. But developing, we need to be in it just about every year, because if you're not in it, then they're not going to get the experience. You're not going to get players to eventually. That's why
this is my 3rd year in a row going to be in it, Ryan. Proper.
This is why I'm big on this window we're in right now. I'm agreeing with Robbie. It's a massive 11 days, mate, because we've got qualifiers next year, right? And you know how hard January is to get players in, how to get the players you might want to get in. See, if we do our proper recruitment now, you can already plan for maybe the qualifiers next year, knowing you've got a nucleus here and now, bed them in into the next season, and you might only need to add 1 or 2 players in the summer before the qualifiers, because I'm being honest right now, we won't be prepared for qualifiers next year. Tell you that right now, we won't be, because
you don't know that unless you've got a crystal ball in front of you, mate. You don't know that. So
9 times out of 10,
you don't know that.
No, I can. It's through evidence, through facts, but they're not prepared for qualifiers, even way other managers in the past. So I just wanted to be prepared right now, and that means the next 11 days for the rest of the season, and ideally the next season, it's massive. The next season.
Hold on, I'll counter you. Hold on, I'm going to counter you here, right, for a laugh. We qualified for the Champions League with Near Beaton at centre back.
Aye, but in table,
who was the manager? Who was the manager? It's about. There you go.
Aye,
Rodgers will still be here next season, mate.
Through the past in the qualifiers, we've no. But when I mean prepared, I don't mean we've no qualified or we've not done well. We've not had the team that you want to start the qualifiers. We've always had Dave Murray or Beaton or Welsh next to guys. We've not had a settled team to go through the qualifiers. We've always been misprepared.
Look at our squad now, mate. Unless a massacre happens between now and then, and we sell everybody between now and January, the chances are we're going to have a good bulk of the nucleus of this team.
I hope so. But I just feel sometimes with the money, listen, I'm not even enough to know how hard it is and how hard it is for us to get players that maybe want to come to Scotland and stuff. But I think sometimes there is a wee excuse of, oh, we can't compete. You can still keep, you still 11 players on the park. Last season, like Robbie says, and I agree with you as well, we were close, but we still finished bottom. And for me, finishing bottom, doesn't matter how many points you've got, you still finish bottom. And we need to try, if we can, bridge that. This new format's maybe going to help us. Is it 8 games, potentially 4 home, 4 away? Who knows who you get at home? We could get the 4 teams at home we want, or we could get 4 away we want. Who knows? But I know teams like Olympiacos, they get put out the Champions League, they get put out and they get into conference. But they always spend about £17 million transfers in one conference. It might be a conference and they might get put out, but they still won a European trophy. And they didn't spend large amounts of money. So it can happen if you do the recruitment right and you get the system right, you get, and a bit of luck, of course. Listen, luck's a big thing as well. But it can happen. But I'm not saying we should go and win Europa League or do this or do that. But I do believe in the manager.
We're not in the Europa League, so
No,
we're not going to be
aye,
winning that.
but I'm not saying we can go and win things like that. I'm not saying that. But with this manager, with what he's done so far with us, considering he's not been given the ultimate resources that he's been asking for, I'd just add to this team. And I think I'm not saying we're going to go and qualify with mega amounts of points, but I do believe we'll be better if you give him what he wants.
Well, he's
I
they're
think
backing
we'll be
him,
a
Ryan.
better team.
They've evidently showed that. They've gave him £9.5 million to go and sign
No,
Adam.
but realistically, as it
They're
stands right
backing
now,
him.
but back to me that signing, but realistically, as it stands right now, we've not signed anybody fresh up outside outfield right now. So that's where we need to hope for the next 11 days.
But you
I'd
said that
imagine
you did say the key word there, yet.
that's what I mean. Yeah, of course. But as it stands right now, it's we need to progress that and hope for the next 11 days. I'd imagine that will happen. Where I know it's the quality we get, who knows? But I do believe they will be working hard behind the scenes, and hopefully, JP, we can get maybe the left back, centre back, maybe a winger or midfielder, maybe a switch, maybe 3 to 4. I'd imagine will come in. You might see guys going out on loan as well, or Johnson, Lagerbielke, get Welsh, who knows, guys like that. Who knows, mate? We're no involved. We're just maybe making just a bit of topic here, trying to see who'll go and who'll stay. But I do believe by his presser yesterday in Premier Sports, after his presser, sorry, when he was talking to
He knows what's going on, Ryan.
aye, he knows. You can
For
see.
me, he knows what's going on. You can see
But
it in him.
I do believe that again.
He's telling him, they asked him about positions
Aye.
and he went, I can't tell you.
Aye, I can't tell you, but he knows what he's expecting after the board and what he's expecting in the next 11 days. You can see he wants a better level of player. He's mentioned again, I don't just want to compete. I want to actually try and do something. So, like I say, in terms of the window, I'm going to wait to the end. I've said to you and Big Alan, the proof will be in the pudding end of the window. We'll see who we get, and then we'll obviously go for there. But on the football part right now, mate, it's all positive. It's been very good. The football's been brilliant to watch, and hopefully, in the game at the weekend, we can continue that and hopefully add to the points total as well.
100%. We move on to the next game. This squad have become accustomed to it now for numerous seasons. Next game's the most important one, and that's what we stick to. We don't look too far ahead. You know, I've got fans talking about the derby, and for me, that's a million miles away now. You know, St Mirren's the next important game.
Yep.
Another week of hard training for them. Let's get some physical work done with Big Adamida. Get him up to speed. Bernardo looks sharp. I know, Ryan, I was really impressed with him coming on yesterday. He just looked like he'd licked a battery before he came on the pitch, man. I was like, here we go. He's ready to go, big man. And yeah, young, great energy, fantastic feet. I know what you're saying about the end product, but I love it. See when he comes in the field, Ryan, he's looking for that 1-2 and he's explosive and he's in and out the small spaces. I love to see that in him. Because do you know what I love about him, Ryan? The fact that he wants the ball all the time. He shows for the ball every time. No matter if there's 1 or 2 on him, he's showing for the ball and he wants it. Because he's confident with the ball. You can see he can play with the ball. You know what I mean? I know there's people moaning about, you know, Lewis Palmer. I seen that yesterday. There was guys behind me. Oh, look at... Listen, the guy's... He's lucky to even be there, I think, in my opinion, for that. You know, that challenge against Kilmarnock. He's lucky to even be there because a lesser type player, maybe not that fit, snaps his ankle there, in my opinion, and he's out for weeks, you know. could be worse. We could have the same doctor here at Hampden, and all the players keep dropping injuries, and you know, it seems to be a magical number now. 6 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 weeks. It's as if it's
I seen the boy Propper's no been injured in 4. He's missed 4 games in 4 years. He's sitting for him. He's injured.
But see, the funny thing is, Ryan, right? What's astounding to me is the fact that he's never played outside Holland.
See the best it was. They said the doctor was the best thing in the made.
I remember that. They put an article about that. Aye.
He's not, they've not been fit since he came in.
No. It's as I say, we
think
can
they
all
know
have a
why.
listen.
I
We can
think
all
they
have a
know-
laugh, and they wonder why we laugh and make jokes.
JP,
And
I think they know why though. That menu they've got. The
Fantastic,
chicken
mate.
the chicken tikka, the carrots, the
fantastic, man.
buffalo.
Aye,
See when you eat that type of stuff, it's going to lead to injuries.
big. The biggest portion out of a lot of them was the salt and sea my chicken, man. That was amazing. That was unbelievable. That, by the way. See with the peppers and that looked astonishing.
But I must admit, the best one for me is a Haji Haggis. I hope he
yeah,
stays because
brilliant. Yeah.
because if he leaves, that means when they get rid of that menu, and we don't want it to happen.
The TikTok Todd shush burgers, they were amazing and all, by the way. They were quality, especially with the relish and the cheese and that on them, man. They were brilliant. But aye, who knows, mate? Who knows? There might be something else on the menu. We don't know. There might be something new that crops up. There was never a dull moment. But aye, as I say, we'll leave that for another day. Cheers for having another wee chat with us tonight, mate. It's been good to get another wee blather, Biggie. Want to thank everybody that's decided to put your comments in the comment boxes and no click a link to come on and talk to me and Ryan. But thanks to the callers as well, Robbie and John. It was good to get you on, guys. It's good to hear, like I says, it's good to hear other people's views and opinions as well. Hopefully as we go, I keep saying this, hopefully as we go, you'll cotton on to what the score is, and you'll start clicking that link.
Don't be scared. Just come
Don't
on.
be shy. Do not be shy. Come on in audio. You don't even need to be on camera. It's just been fortunate enough the people who have come on and had a chat with us have chosen to come on camera. It's your individual choice to do it. You don't need to come on camera. Please do not.
That's Pecora.
I've seen that one before. That's actually the third time I've saw that one. Aye, the Papat's Pecora.
I've not heard that one before. That's a belter.
Aye. The Jean-Claude Darcy of Old Chile.
Brilliant.
The Darcy of Old Chile Concarney.
Aye, so it's not a Nashville burger, it's a Dutchville burger, isn't it?
Aye. The dry roasted weir nuts.
Brilliant.
Buy it off time. You get a free lawnmower with Alan McCoy's signature on it.
Oh, he's not happy because, by the way, he's not happy.
He's not happy. He's distraught. He's absolutely distraught. You know that talk sport with hankies, man. You could only make him out for greeting.
I'm devastated, managers.
He sounded like Jim Trainer when he farted in the bath and tried to smell the bubbles.
Brilliant.
Wee Jim, brilliant. Slipping into mediocrity. Oh my goodness. Malton's always catching, Jim. Malton's always catching. Need to watch what you're doing.
Remember Dave King? They'll fall with a pack of cards.
Listen, folks, just before we go, it could be worse. We could be a fan base that turns up with bread packets on their heads, though. Don't think about that as well. Just always remember that when you're trying to solve an argument with somebody for that side, because how can you take them seriously, man? Like, seriously.
Well, you've got cutouts of Steven Gerrard, and then when they
That's
left,
what I'm saying.
they're actually part of the cardboard.
Aye. Then the guy sellotaped Gio's face to it, remember?
Brilliant.
Paw Patrol replaced one of the dogs with his Cooten.
Oh, whoa. That's what I must know.
I saw the Amos walkie-talkies, man. Walkie-talkies were amazing. I actually had one, but I can't remember what I done with it. We bought one in the raffle, remember? They were raffling it off when he got the sack. So.
I think when Gio left and B. Roy left with his bike, we kind of binned them, didn't we?
Aye, that's right. Aye. That could be worse. Listen, we could be dealing with with the sausage moles and whatnot as well, and the Michael Beale meal deal.
The Beale deal.
The Beals on wheels, wasn't it?
It's the best thing ever. Michael
The
Beale deal.
£3 Beale deal.
£3 Beale deal.
Aye.
Oh, brilliant.
But, aye, it's been good to have a chat with you, mate. And I want to
Always
say
good,
a
mate.
massive thanks to everybody that's commented on tonight. Thanks to
Yep.
the calls. Enjoy the beginning of your week. We'll be back again this week. Obviously, we've got a Take Me to Your Paradise episode coming, so stay tuned. It'll be on the video section of the YouTube channel. You will get a notification when it's going to premiere, not go live, premiere, because we've had a couple of people asking about that. When it goes on there, it premieres. It's not live, so it'll be recorded. Keep an eye. Obviously, we'll be back on Friday with all the pre-match build-up as well to the St Mirren game. And yeah, take care. Hail, hail.
Take care. Hail, hail.
Cheers, guys.